Okay, good afternoon. This is Tom Warmouth. We are starting our paintball wars that we have once every month and a half down in Lithia, Florida, a little south of Valrico, at one of our buddies' house, Brian. Say hi, Brian. Hopefully we're getting it. I'm holding the camera, so
I'm holding the camera.
This camera is going to be mounted to my helmet, so you probably won't be seeing much of me except if I get hit. So I'm going to give you a little tour of the.
Get hit a lot.
I'm going to give you a little tour of the place. So this is we play strictly woods ball and different variations of it. This is our safe zone here. And I'm going to lift the camera up, and hopefully I'm not jacking up the view. I'm going to take off the back cover. There we go. Now you can hear me on the microphone. So this is one side, and basically we usually play defend the fort. Excuse me. And this is we haven't been out here for about a month, so that's a barricade right there. We need to go through and fix some of our barricades. If you can see, there's 3 mounds here, and all kinds of mounds here, and we have a creek that divides. We use as a dividing line of the areas. And if you can see, the whole hillside, wow, excuse me, is the other side, which would be the fort defender. That's a really nasty looking fort, but that's the fort. We just kind of use it as a focal point. Then on the top side of the hill up there, if I'm pointing it correctly, you can see through the trees. We also use that to come back and flanking different directions, either the aggressor team, either the team that's attacking, or for the defending of the fort team to circle back around and get on the backside of the aggressing team. So we're going to go ahead and just walk through the woods a little bit. Like I said, this is our first steps out here today. We haven't been out here for about a month and a half, so don't know what we're going to run into. Once we start making a lot of noise, any snakes or anything like that, we'll hightail it out, and any spider webs that are going from tree to tree will be knocked down. There's another picture of the line up there. You can see barely, and as you can tell, it's pretty filled up, pretty woodsy. A lot of place to hunker down and wait for your opponent to come by you and nail them. We have a couple of newcomers out here. We're all, I think the crew out here today are all worshipers and members of Bell Baptist Church out in Brandon, Florida. Well, we just like to get together every month and a half and have some good fellowship. We start with prayer. We usually stay out here all day. And I'm not sure if you can see this, it might be too dark, but we're going to transition up to the top. And I see a lot of spider webs, so I'm going to try to find someplace that has spider web. Or knock one down. Let's knock it down. You see my stick going. Probably look like a little girl, but that's okay. Better than a big old spider. Hit me in the face. Okay, here we go on top. Probably opening up. It's the tour. These are the woods. This is the tree line that I just walked up, that I showed you earlier. And the tree line goes back that side. You see the road, how it disappears a little bit to the left. It kind of disappears, but it bends to the left. And that tree line out there is another nice hiding area. If you can get up here and get yourself situated for anybody who tries to flank behind your crew, nail them. So this is the first, well, not the first video attempt, but we've tried other video attempts, but this is the first helmet mounted video attempt that we're trying. I'm going to go back down into the woods, down into the middle of the plain area, which you might see this area once or twice. And there's a spider right there that we need to get out of the way. Sorry, buddy. Your home has been trashed. A nice little thorned vine. So now we're coming back up into the far end of the boundaries. Whoa! Almost ran into another big morning spider. That's a big web right there. Can't see it, but I can. Alright. There's the creek bed. And here's the other side of the mounds. Let me get walking here because I don't want to use all my time up in the intro. 6 minutes. We'll cut this down. Excuse me, and cut off the coughs. Anyways, throughout the day you'll see me running through here, laying down, shooting. Guys shooting at me. This is the first attempt for helmet camera, like I mentioned earlier. So all the guys are telling me that it's headshot for Tom, which we usually don't do unless it's an accident, which I know they won't, but if they do, it'll be an accident. Yeah, right. But that's okay. They won't do it close enough to hurt. Every paintballer's got to have a taste of paintballs in their mouth every now and then. That flag is somebody, that's how we distinguish between our teams. Who's aggressing, who's attacking the fort, will have those yellow ribbons type thing along, wrapped around their gun, which kind of like gives a neon sign of here I am, but that's okay. If you're running and you're far enough away, and I'm not wiping off spider webs so I don't go through them. It's hard for people to lead you and hit you, especially with paintballs, if you're good 30, 40, 50 yards away, if not more. So here we are, made our round, and that's one of the barricades that I said need to be repositioned. Somebody already did it. I'm coming on the back side of the mounds that I started out with, that I showed you. And here's the palmetto bushes, and I didn't take you out that way, straight in front of you as you're looking. If it's not too dark, there are tons of bushes and trails that you can go out through. And here's the mound that I started out with. And we're coming back around to the safe zone where everybody meets and talks and shares war stories of the game and just good old fellowship. That's Mark Mosier right there, Scott Higgins, the backside, Caleb Higgins, Troy Cutchins, Chris, Chris Wellman. He will have a homemade ghillie suit, which is pretty cool. And you got, I know Hunter, that's Mark's son. And, what was it? He's Austin. Austin's the new kid today. So hopefully he'll get a lot of kills. He stays with Hunter. Hunter's a madman. Alright, so this is our crew for right now. Hasta la vista. Hopefully we'll get some good footage.